Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, excepting the couple of request maps that we always have, all the maps this week are new maps, the ones that are flying high in the Steam weekly map chart. Today's map, it's another good one. Now, it does have some flaws. It's not a great map. It does have some flaws, but I know that there's a lot of you that are going to go, actually, this is a sort of map that I want to play. Review more like this. If you feel like that, do stick it down in the comments and maybe I'll try and review more like this. If you do like this show, well, you know what to do, don't you? That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. So thank you very much for that support. Today's map is Piconazzo by GSS'ers Wimpie. We'll just call him Wimpie from now on the whole. And there's your start square right there. Looks good. Sorry, it's a little bit dark. It'll brighten up when we get down to street level. There is your resources. Bit of painting going on, but it's not too bad. Definitely usable on the whole. And then off to the workshop. And, well, there's nothing. There is nothing there at all. We are using the vanilla European theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. Now, while there is nothing on the workshop, please note that the roads you see down below are mass transit. So you're going to need mass transit. That's a slight oversight, I do believe. One other thing that is a slight oversight, we will notice in a minute, having a look around for some encroachment. There we are. This encroaching foliage. It happens throughout the map. There is just about everywhere, here and there, on the other side of the road as well as a little bit there. I'm not going to show you any more of them, except for there's going to be one really bad bit later on, and I'll point that one out. But there's no point me showing you another one. There's another one, and there's another one. You don't want a show like that, do you? Yeah, let's do it. There's the one. There's another one. There's one. There's one. And the one on the other side as well. And one there. Okay, and one here as well. Anyway, we have a bridge coming up. And we are elevating well in advance. Possibly too far in advance. But I guess it's not too much of a complaint, really, is it, really? Then the bridge is perfect. Perfectly aligned there. It's all good. And then we come back down to ground. It comes back to ground again over a long drag. It could hit ground level about here, but we're staying elevated for what must be another 200, maybe 300 meters in real space. So yeah, I just think that we've over-exaggerated the ramps a little bit on that bridge. Still, it's only a minor grumble. It still does look really good. Now down here's my favourite part on the whole map. I'm only going to glance at it as well. It's this little conurbation, form of conurbation. I really like that. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. I really like that. It's just subtle. Subtle is good. You can't build a whole map around it, but a little focus area like that, using just the vanilla assets without over fussing it, I think it really works. Anyway, we'll follow the road along. Good highway layout as well, of course, apart from the encroaching foliage. It is quite well done. Got to say, equidistant all the way, and it makes a lot of sense. Down here, we've got our first intersection to have a look at. It's going to take us over the bridge. Very slick, I think, possibly hand-built as well, by the looks of it. And then we've got, again, some very slick ramps taking us up onto the bridge. Very slick ramps indeed. Now onto national roads, which again, mass transit, of course. Gentle slope back down to ground level. Good work again there. And we'll follow the this highway alongside the rail. We'll have a look at the rail in a minute. There's some fun to be had with the rail on this map. Not bad, but there is some fun. I mean, yes, it is bad, but it's nothing that you won't be able to not live with. If you took the map on, you cope with it. You deal with it. Just sometimes I know I can be a little bit over picky, but that's my job. if you can call this a job. Anyways, go past the abandoned jetty there. And our next intersection here takes traffic inland a little bit, loops about, and I like the detailing. Again, basic vanilla item detailing. It's all pretty good. It is all pretty good. Highways again. Shall we have a look at the... we'll do the rail in a minute. We'll do the rail in a minute. Come on, BonBon. Just get down to that start square. Now, I've got a treat for you in a minute. The world's worst asset review transition. Oh, this intersection reminds me of a... how about the Eiffel Tower? Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say an injector. What's the word? The thing you inject people with? A syringe. That's it. The word escaped me. Yeah, it looked a bit like a syringe. Perfectly nice intersection there. But yes, the world's worst asset review transition because somebody forgot to subscribe to it and had to reload the map. So where is it? Where is it? Quick transition. Oh, look at that. It's like magic. It's Melcher Hall by Cristolisto. Cristolisto is a personal favourite of mine. They've got an awful lot of low profile buildings. So if you don't want to do a skyscraper builds, then you've got some great buildings from Cristolisto. And factoids, because, well, factoids. Sir John Popham, who became the 16th century Chief Justice of England, started his life as a burglar. John Popham, bless you, sir. Now, Melcher Hall, I was going to do some research and find out where Melcher Hall is or what exactly it is. Obviously some sort of conference centre or something like that. I'm guessing it is in America. Don't know for sure. Melcher Hall sounds a bit American. Doesn't sound like it's in the Czech Republic or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty slick, pretty fine. Might be Canadian. Could be Canadian. Anyways, Melcher Hall by Cristolisto. Today's asset of the day. Let's have that transition. Yeah, not quite so bad coming out, but oh my goodness. Yes, fancy forgetting to subscribe to the asset of the day. Dole. Now we're going away from the river, going inland, and this road is going to be entertaining and then dull. Okay. First of all, I promised you some foliage look in a minute. We'll look at that in a second. Yeah, the road this way goes just up the river valley up there. It's not really worth following. Bit mundane. Down here we've got the roundabout with some foliage on it. Quite bad foliage. I promised you some bad foliage. So here it is. Yep, that's really quite ugly. Ugly, I tell you. But now I'm going to show you this. We have an issue. We have an issue, and that is this is 2-lane highway. How do you get up here? This is why we've got no traffic coming up this way. Now, when I recorded this, I felt a bit dull. Oh, I'm going to show you this. We're going to do some nice switchbacks with some great detailing here. Some great detail. Now, this is the entertaining part, by the way. Despite it being a bit flawed, and I was looking for where the road. Oh look, now it's 2-lane here, and I was looking for where the error happened, and I'm looking along here trying to find where it transitions back into a 2-lane highway from a national road, and oh, what a donkey I was! It's right down here. Look, it's right there. Just that last section is the wrong type of road. So that's a bit of an oopsie there. Easily fixed, of course. But you've got to get up there to be able to fix it if you're playing vanilla rules, which is possible. Oh, nice little viewing area up there, I guess. Little rest point. Yeah, if you're playing vanilla rules, getting to this location, you've got to buy a couple of tiles. Until that point, your traffic can't actually use this road. So yeah, it's just it's a minor grumble. But you'll get traffic coming in. You just won't get it all going out. It might hold you back just a little bit. You would never be able to tell how much though. Still switchbacks. These switchbacks are great, by the way. They're really nice. And then up here, this is another interesting viewing point area. A little old castle type zone. Some great big rocks up here as well. Some of these rocks are huge. Just huge rocks. And then up and around here, past this little area here. And then now it gets a bit, well, mundane and dull. We're going past all the switchbacks. We are now, of course, we've got more bad foliage there, of course. Yeah, we are now going out of the 25 tile area, so I guess it doesn't matter so much. So I'm not going to mark it down heavily. And of course, as we go away from the 25 tiles, there's just fewer and fewer trees. But vanilla rules kind of apply. Why would this bother you? It probably shouldn't really, but there's nothing this far out. It's all focused on that centre area around the river valley. Now the rail, I did promise you that the rail would be entertaining, that there'd be a little grumble with it, but one that you can deal with. Again, lovely sweeping, it's just worked really, terrain has worked really well with the rail today. Comes back down to ground level smoothly and gently. Excellent work there. We'll follow it along and we're going to find an issue. We're going to find an issue eventually. I'm building up to this. Don't get too excited. A little bridge across there. Back down again. Again, good transition. Nice and slow and smooth. Excellent work. And we'll just flurry along this way. Join up with the highway. This is a sign that things are getting busy. We've got lines by this wall. Good, nice work again. Nice subtle detailing. Just adds a bit of interest. Just a bit of interest. And then we cut through underneath the start square intersection. There, we keep it going. Keep it going, BonBon. Keep flying. Keep it going, BonBon. Keep it going, BonBon. Across this bridge and oh look, we've got some gloopy water going on here. I think this is the start of map water gloop. Not sure about that. And then around here, and we've got a slightly too low road bridge. See, I did promise you. Not to get too excited, didn't I? Oh, promise you, advise you, and promise you. Nice little slope up there if you want to get a road up there. Well placed, very good. And then we'll just follow this off towards the edge of the map. There's not too much to see from this point in. What are you thinking so far to Piconazzo? Sorry, Piconazzo. Is this Italian? I don't know. Google seems to think it's Catalan. Tell me, what do you think in the comments?
Want to add a custom hedge maze to your park but don't have the time to build one? Why not try BonBonB's modular hedge maze set? This guide will show you how to select and use the right units. Click the information button below.
And we're back to the shipping routes, and we got the shipping route going right the way up the river, which is a good thing, do you not think? I think it adds to the gameplay. What draws away from the detailing though is the bridges that are too low, and here you would definitely have them crashing through that pillar. So that's a bit of a problem. Minor problem, but a bit of a problem. And if we follow the shipping route along, goes up through the lake, back into the river system, and there's probably another bridge up here somewhere. Right there, there's your rail bridge. And the rail bridge again is too low. So again, minor grumbles. And we can head off out of the map. We've also got a couple of air routes that go off at jaunty angles. I have no problem with those at all. All good. Now water flow, you can see the river network here. You can see it all comes downstream like this, and downstream like this, and downstream like it. All angles to being all downstream like this. So let's have a little look at this this river here. So yes, it's coming downstream. And then when it gets into the river, it loops back and starts going upstream. Yes, it's not a realistic water network, I'm afraid. Let's find the start square. Well, we've got the another one of these rivers coming down here. But when we find the start square, we'll be able to see whether or not we've got water flow coming past it. And we've got water flow moving. If the water flow is moving, that makes it playable. But for those of you looking for realism, although it looks like a realistic map, the water system isn't. The water spawn points also leave a lot to be despised. No, they're not great. They're just a bit plopped. They're a little bit too heavy. That's the problem. I do have a realistic rivers tutorial. I must try and remember to link that at the end of today's show. So yes, if you want help making more realistic rivers, that might be the way to go. These look, I mean, these look great. just apart from, I mean, they're a bit gouged, a bit gloopy, and the water sources aren't particularly realistic in terms of how they appear. We can head upstream here and have a little look here as well. This is similar again, just a bit gloopy, and those riverbanks are quite steep. And there we got, I don't know if that's a waterfall or a gloop. Got a lot of gloop going on. I know the water physics in this game are a bit tricky, but they are conquerable, as been shown by some of the best creators out there. The fields, yeah, I like the fields. They're an amalgam of shapes. Got a couple of little orchards going on there. Okay, yes, I know one of them is bamboo, but still calling it an orchard, suspending disbelief. This castle, again, very subtle, very understated, good location, and even though there's hardly anything there, I buy it completely. That is better than a lot of the really complex castles that we see made. Sometimes it's just hinting to something is enough, and that is definitely a hint to a great castle, or formerly great castle. Yeah, loads to build plain, loads of places to build into, lots of options to get on with, some great aesthetics for a vanilla map. Come on, remember, vanilla map. You got all of it, there's a lot going on. Somewhere down here in the fog, yeah, I've got to see it, got to do it, it's everybody's favourite factory. Oh, help. And let's have a quick glance at the Essential Lighthouse while we're over here as well. Beautifully done. Just plop down simply. Can't grumble about that at all. So what do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Oh, my ratings. Right, okay, aesthetically, I like it. It's not perfect. It's not, you know, the riverbanks. The riverbank, you can still get a 5-star vanilla map, but the riverbanks need a lot of work, and there's just a few glitchy things going on, but it's still good. 4 stars. Detailing, right, okay. It's good enough to get 3 stars, but it's not great enough because of bridges being too low and various things like that to get a 4th. I'm going to give it 3 stars. It's potential for a 4th with a little bit more work. Gameplay potential. Realists, no. But overall, for the regular player, I think it's a 4-star map, you know. I think there's plenty going on, plenty of things to do, plenty of places to build, plenty of ways to take this on. But if you're a realist, you're probably not going to want to play it. But I'm still going to give it, 4 stars because I always rate for the average player. So, Piconazzo by Wimpie. Bless you, Wimpie. Who are the GSS'ers? I want to know. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. And again, to all my BonBonB buddies over on Patreon, thank you very much for your support. Coming up towards June now. If you want to get your name on those June credits, join me soon. Join me very, very soon. I'll map on the screen now if you want to have a little vote on that one. And our river tutorial. Must remember, if I don't link in the river tutorial, then I'm sorry. You have to Google it. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.